Our next story is from Syria. A few hours back, Israeli planes conducted airstrikes in the heart of Damascus, the Syrian capital. Once again, Benjamin Netanyahu is at the center of this fight. Israel has confirmed that it struck a military target near the Syrian presidential palace. Earlier, it hit the headquarters of Syria's military.
قصف جديد يا شباب، قصف خذونا بسرعة 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 بسرعة.
إذا استهداف مبنى هيئة الأركان بشكل كامل.
قصف ثاني. دمروه.
So 2 major strikes in a matter of hours. It is a dramatic escalation in a region that's already gripped by multiple conflicts and flashpoints. Reports say the strike on Syrian military headquarters was severe. The pictures are quite dramatic. The strike collapsed 4 floors and ruined the building's facade. Reporters on the ground in Damascus captured these strikes live on their cameras. They heard Israeli warplanes circling the skies and their cameras caught the moment the planes hit. Syrian state media says at least 1 civilian was killed. The situation is still fluid. Updates are still coming in, so these numbers could change. But throughout this week, there have been clashes in Syria. More than 200 people have been reported dead so far. So what exactly is happening there? Why is Israel striking targets inside Syria? Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says he is defending the Druze community. This is an Arab sect, the Druze. Around 1 million people identify as its members. They are spread out in Israel, Syria and Lebanon. This conflict began 4 days ago when dozens were killed in clashes between the Syrian regime and Druze militias. Syrian forces moved in to restore control. That intervention drew Israel into the fight. Netanyahu says Israel has a duty to protect the Druze. Israel's defense minister has also spoken about this. He has warned, and I'm quoting, "The painful blows have only begun." Here's a report.
Benjamin Netanyahu has found a new battlefield. Today, the Israelis struck an area close to Damascus, the capital of Syria. News cameras caught the precise moment of the strike.
شباب قصف قصف يا شباب، خذونا على الهواء. شباب قصف بسرعة بسرعة يا شباب، يا شباب خذونا على اللايف. يا شباب قصف جديد.
Israel had targeted the military headquarters of the Syrian regime. Soon after the strike, Israel's defense minister declared, "The painful blows have begun." Syrian state media reported several injuries from what it called Israeli occupation raids. The strikes came amid a new wave of sectarian violence, this time centered on Syria's Druze minority. Dozens were killed earlier this week in Suweida. This is a city situated close to Syrian border. Clashes broke out between government loyalists and Druze militias. That's when Syrian forces moved in, and Israel decided to intervene. Netanyahu says he won't tolerate the threats to the Druze.
My brothers, the Druze citizens of Israel, the situation in Suweida, the situation in southwestern Syria is very serious. The IDF is operating, the Air Force is operating, other forces are operating. We are acting to save our Druze brothers and to eliminate the regime's gangs.
The Druze make up just 3% of Syria, an offshoot of Shia Islam, their position is precarious. They are caught between the Syrian regime, militias, and now Israeli bombs. Dozens of people have been killed so far. The trigger was a series of kidnappings. They involved the Druze community and Syria's Bedouin tribal groups. Both Israel and Syria have sizable Druze minorities. In Israel, they serve in the military. After the fall of Bashar al-Assad, Israel has offered to protect the Druze in Syria. That forms the backdrop of today's strikes. But this latest war raises deeper questions. Netanyahu is on trial at home for bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. Critics say he's expanding these wars to cling to power. After Gaza, Lebanon, and Iran, it's now Syria. Even the United States has called the escalation worrisome. Washington urged Israel to pull back. But today, Israel warned it would strike harder if Syrian forces stayed in Druze areas. The strategy is familiar. Escalate abroad to shore up support at home. Frame it as defending a vulnerable minority, while expanding Israel's footprint across the region. For the people of Syria, it's another war they didn't choose. For the Druze, it's another chapter in their long ordeal. And for Netanyahu, it's another gamble, betting that another war will save his position. Even as scrutiny grows at home, Syria has become the latest stage in Benjamin Netanyahu's fight to remain in power.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka kaiju.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.